Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Midwest Mindset. Today's episode, we are going to talk, it's going to be a short and sweet one, but we're going to talk about I'll be happy when this statement. There was a number of different things that I've listened to this week. And when this statement came up, it really kind of led me to today's episode. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I used to think about that held me back, some of the thinking that I had, some of the thinking that maybe you have from time to time about I will be happy when ... What does that sound like? What does that mean for you? So is it I'll be happy when I retire because then I can do the things I want to do? Is it I'll be happy when I make money or make more money or have this amount of money? Will it, or is it I'll be happy when I lose this weight? Or is it as simple as, I'll be happy when I get through school, through college, when I get past that master's degree, whatever it be, when I get that new job that really is going to change me? You get the point. The point is, a lot of times it's always when I do this, or I'll be more happy, more engaged, more disciplined when this happens. And we're always playing this game with ourselves of trying to, like, you'll be happier down the road. This is something that I've done my whole life. And so when this topic came up, I started writing down some of the things that I used to say to myself. So first of all, I used to say all these things. When I retire, when I make more money, when I lose the weight, I'll be able to get into these pants, this outfit, this Lululemon. I'm not going to spend that money because I haven't lost the weight that I want to lose yet. I used to say all these things. I say it almost every podcast. I'm in this area, in this industry, because I am, the number one client for myself was me. I battle these things. I have these discussions with myself. And so now it's just learning how to get out of that mindset, how to think differently, how to enjoy the now. Eckhart Tolle does a really good job of this. He said the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. So the primary cause of our unhappiness is never the situation itself, but it's us thinking about it that can kind of get us stuck and not progressing, not taking action, not doing some of the things that we've talked about before, taking action, just showing up for yourself, starting with that morning routine. So these are all things that I used to say each and every day. I used to say, when I get older, I will do this. And then what happens is when you do succeed in those things, you're so worried about that next thing that sometimes you don't just sit back and enjoy the thing that you work so hard to get. I'll never forget when I turned 40, one of the things I've always talked about when I was younger is to pay off my mortgage, pay off the home that I was, hopefully going to live in. When I was young, I remember doing construction in high school and saying, wow, these houses, like if I ever had a house like this, I would pay it off and I would just things would be so great then, right? Well, I worked hard, got a good job, did some good things, made some mistakes along the way, but ended up paying off my mortgage when I was 40. Something I was really proud of. But then I was immediately trying to do the next thing. What's the next thing? How can I invest? I love that about my personality. I'm always trying to be better and strive to do other things. But I think there's a piece of me that has to slow down. And instead of saying, I'm going to be happier when I get the next thing, enjoying the now. And it kind of goes back to almost being more present in the now. Eckhart Tolle talks about it all the time, but another quote that he has is that most humans are never fully present in the now, because unconsciously, we believe that the next moment must be more important than the one you're in right now. So, but when you miss your whole life, which is never not now, that's Eckhart Tolle. Once again, the more that we could slow down and just kind of embrace the things that you're doing now, enjoy the things you're doing now. I'm doing this podcast right now on St. Patrick's Day, right? I'm not Irish, but I live in an Irish town, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of people out out and getting after it. How can I be more present in my interactions? That's one of the things that I'm starting my morning with. Like, all right, I'm going to see a lot of friends. I'm going to see a lot of people. I know some of the people from the past, some of the people that I'm dealing with in the future. How can I be more present in these interactions? I'm kind of excited about it. And as I'm talking on this podcast, I'm actually talking about how to set myself up for success when I interact with these people. The more I can be more present with them and with myself, the stronger the interaction is going to be, and that gets me excited. So kind of 5 things that are going to help me do that are starting this morning. This is what I'm doing. I'm using the acronym that Jay Shetty uses, and it's called TIMES, TIMES, TIMES. So that acronym helps me remember one of these ways that I can be more happy in the now than always looking for what's coming next. The first one, T, is thankful. I started the morning this morning with sending a text message to a family member of just how thankful I am, showing them some gratitude. I did that, and it made me really feel good. I got a little bit, if I'm going to be completely honest, got me a little teary-eyed as I was writing it. And the reason why it got me a little teary-eyed is off of this suggestion is T is for thankful, but it's in order to just say, oh, thank you, I appreciate you for being this person in my life. Instead, I was very specific and it was very personal. So in my thank you that I sent to this particular person, I was very specific about how I was thankful and why I was thankful. So T is for thankful. Be specific, make it personal for the person that you're sending that gratitude towards. Second one is I. I is for inspiration. I do this each and every morning with my high five in the morning. So I did it this morning. I high-fived myself. I'm high-fiving you right now on camera. So whether that's a high five or an inspirational quote, something that you have close to you in the morning that sets you up for success on being more present in the now. So mine is that high five and that smile, because literally every time I give myself a high five, I smile at myself. Partly because I'm like, I can't believe I'm, have this opportunity to live this life, but it also makes me just kind of laugh at myself a little bit, especially when my hair is all messy in the morning. It gives me a little chuckle. So number 2 is inspiration. Find that inspirational quote that you hang in your mirror, or if, as simple as giving yourself that high five. Number 3 is meditation. So TIM, M is for meditation. Take 5 to 10 minutes. This is something I've really jumped back into a little bit more. If there's ever an opportunity to be more present in the now, to be more just peaceful with your thoughts a little bit and not always trying to get to that next level or that next thing. And once again, I'm going to pause here. I'm not saying that having goals or having aspirations to do other things is a bad thing. What today's podcast is more about, how can we be happy with where we are instead of always looking like I'm going to be happy then. No, I want to get there. I have these goals that I want to attain. I want to reach towards. But how can I be more present and happy in my everyday life? Waking up early this morning, I went and worked out. I taught a class. I just out of the blue, there were 16 people there. It was awesome. It was so exciting. That was a fun moment for me. I was happy in the moment. So it was doing these things. So once again, TIM, M is meditation. Taking 5 to 10 minutes. It could even be 1 minute. Jay Shetty is a great one. He has a Calm app. He's on the Calm app, and he has a 7-minute version of a meditation that is just, it's crazy because it's so easy to not do that when you do it, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. That feels pretty good to do. So I did that this morning. I meditated for, I think it was 5 minutes. So number 3 is meditation. Number 4 is my favorite, exercise. Get going, take action, sweat. I always talk about this, like nobody ever leaves a workout and says, wow, I really wish I wouldn't have done that. Would you have wished you would have slept in? Maybe, that's fine. But after you've done the work, you're never regretful of the work that you've done. So exercise, sweat, get active, take some motion. That's something that I'm doing right now to be more present in my now. So that's number 4. Number 5 is sleep. I do better when I sleep. I just did a kind of on a journaling note for myself. I put 10 things that make me feel good. And this is for a podcast on the road, but it's one of the things that I talked about is I wrote down sleep, but not just sleep for the sake of, yeah, they say you're supposed to sleep. I know that I feel better when I get more sleep. When I decide if I'm waking up early and I have to teach class, I know that going to bed at 8:30, I feel better when I'm teaching class that next morning. It's that reflection to go back and say, yeah, get to bed a little bit earlier because you're going to be better off because of it. So I know I feel better when I get my sleep. So number 5 is sleep, get it in. And that's sometimes also with sleep is sometimes taking a 10-minute cat nap in the afternoon, finding that time where you're able to kind of recharge batteries a little bit. Now, the one thing I'll find though is after I would take that cat nap in the afternoon, I need a splash in the face, cold water, something like that to wake me up, because otherwise I can feel a little bit drowsy the rest of the day. So instead, I'll take that cat nap in the afternoon and then I'll hop in a cold shower. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Liven up a little bit, put cold water in your face. Even if you're not going to take a full shower, it does wonders for you. So once again, a short podcast, but today, stop wishing your life away. Stop wishing the days away right now. Don't be happy when or in the future. Be happy now. Have those goals, have those aspirations to do good things. But the more that you can be more present in the now, the more that you can not be unhappy about your thoughts, keeping your thoughts under control to the point where you celebrate these little wins each and every day and be more present with not only yourself, but with others, like I hope to do today, like I want to be intentional today. It's exciting. It's powerful and can make a difference in not only the relationships that you have currently, but the relationships you have in the future. So I hope you guys are all enjoying this holiday weekend, a little St. Patrick's Day, having some green beers. And I don't know if they do green wine at all, but I hope you enjoy your weekend. Take care of one another and take care of you.